in Boise, and how's it been so far?
It's been great. The transition has been smooth. Coach Harson and the rest of the Boise family has been great. Like I said, great. I mean, arms wide open. And so, you know, my wife's getting settled in. We finally got a new home, and we're unloading that today as I speak. She's getting after it. So, no, it's been good. You know, I've gotten to meet the kids. Really enjoy my position group. Had my first position meeting this morning. You know, we get 2 hours a week, and I got an hour in this morning, so it was awesome. So again, the transition has been smooth.
What appealed to you about Boise State, and maybe, you know, how did the kind of the process work about you ending up here?
Well, what's appealing about Boise State? What isn't appealing about Boise State, right? You know, it's been a program I've admired from the outside for many years, and obviously the success, you know, is something that, you know, everybody in college football, you coach college football, you recognize that, and Boise's been consistent year in, year out, you know, being ranked in the top 25, and again, the winning tradition, the bowl games, that all sticks out, you know, and so that is something that, you know, I couldn't turn down.
You know, obviously the previous D-line coach, Coach Caldwell, kind of a fiery guy, and what's kind of your style, and what do you kind of hope to, you know, kind of implement, you know, with your group?
Well, I think if I wasn't that type of guy, I would not be here today. You know, I went through the interview process here with Coach Harson and Coach Avalos and Coach Franklin, and they put me through the gauntlet. You know, got me doing some film, got me on the board doing some scheme, and then I think what took this interview over the top was that I went outside on the field and did some individual work with Coach Avalos and our equipment manager, and so while Coach Harsh was sitting there. So if I couldn't have some fire and some juice at that time, then I probably wouldn't have been here today, talking to you guys.
What's that like? I mean, everyone thinks, oh, once you get to this level, it's kind of like, you know, but you're still going out on the field and having to, you know, do drills and in the interview process and all that. I mean, that might be some stuff that fans and people don't realize still happens at this level.
You know, I was very impressed with that. At first, I could have took it as, wow, I've been coaching in the Power 5 for so many years, and then now I got to do something like this. Come on. But I didn't take it that way at all. I took it to a challenge. I took it as a challenge, and you know, it really humbles you, one. But at the same time, it's so impressive to go through that process. He wanted to make sure I was the right fit. One, made sure, you know, I was a right fit for Boise State as a teacher. He wanted to see if I could teach. And then number two, he wanted to get to know me in a different way. I came in a day and a half early, you know. Coach Harson flew me in the day before New Year's Eve. You know, I went to his house with Coach Avalos and Coach Riddle and ate some dinner, watched some football. And next thing you know, those guys are picking up and leaving, and I'm telling Andy, hey, where you guys going? He goes, yeah, you're on your own with Coach Harson. Harson's like, yeah, you're going to stay here with me, and we're going to watch the games and get to know each other. I'm like, okay. So that was that was cool, though. Again, it showed me how much, you know, he wanted to get to know me and make sure I was the right fit for this place. So.
Did you know Coach Harson at all before? Or any coaches on staff were you close with? Or?
No, I didn't know who Coach Harson was. I mean, you know, I knew him through TV and, you know, seeing him on ESPN and stuff like that, but I never knew him personally. You know, I think I ran into him one time on the recruiting trail at probably a Marriott. I can't remember. And we were having dinner, and they were having dinner, and we said hello. That was it, but other than that, you know, not really.
So how did you kind of, what was kind of the connection then, or how did you get in touch with this
I think the connection with Boise State was through Coach Avalos. I got to know Coach Avalos on the road through recruiting. One thing I was impressed about Coach Avalos, and I'm the same way, is when we're out on the road recruiting, you know, I'm the type of coach that I like to evaluate the players when we're at practice. Sometimes some of these evaluation periods or contact periods can be kind of like a coaching convention where people are kind of just mingling around and talking. I wasn't that type of guy. I'm the type of guy that's following a certain player around, or, you know, a certain position group around. And I kind of noticed Coach Avalos was the same way. So, you know, again, we just made small talk here and there, got to know each other just like that. And like I said, you'd run into each other at the hotels, and you know, you'd have dinner together and talk that way. But that was probably my main connection to Boise State. Again, it's not like me and Coach Avalos were really good friends. I was calling him weekly. It wasn't nothing like that. It was just bumping into him on the road and getting to know each other that way. So
How's Dale Holste at defensive line drills? Dale's the equipment manager.
no,
Was
it wasn't Dale.
Oh.
It was one of his guys that came in on New Year's Eve.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So my interview was on New Year's Eve the whole day, and so
And-
whoever the D-line equipment manager was,
Okay, gotcha.
they made him show up.
Okay.
So I made him do some.
I was going to
drills.
ask if
And you-
Avalos still had it. You still had it. You know, if you, how he looked.
Coach Avalos does still have it. And in
A lot
fact,
smaller than he used to be, though.
I had to demonstrate some drills too for Coach Arson, and boy, I swear I almost blew out my hamstring on one of them. So, but no, it was awesome.
So you were watching football with him the day before that, and then that day you had the full interview thing,
Yes.
right?
Uh huh.
So